Alright, what's up, Dragon Brood? Today we're taking a look at a more simple deck. Simple in build, not necessarily in skill, but mono green biggins. That's what we're gonna call it, biggins. Because here's the thing, like when we played mono green earlier in the season, people were like wondering if there was room for the silverback or whatever, and I've been toying around with lists, but now there's a couple of lists going around right now that are becoming popular and they make use of the silverback already. So we're gonna clean up one of those and take a look at what we've got today for mono green aggro. I want to take a chance to say thank you to those of you that have become members here on YouTube. It's so much appreciated. Also, props to the other guy for rejoining. Thank you. I noticed and it's appreciative. And if you want to protect all your nerd stuff, pay some love to one of my sponsors over at ultrapro.com/PowrDragn. Use promo code PowrDragn at checkout. They'll save you 5% and they'll give a kickback here to the channel. Okay, now, again, this list is interesting because we're going to be playing a pile of creatures. And the thing here, too, is it's an interesting list because we can't play too many spells. We need to leave a lot of room for lands or for creatures because that's how this works. So starting at the top, we are playing 4 Pack Leader because this is the only one drop that really matters and is worth playing in green right now. I mean, I say that. I guess there's the Death Touch one, but it's not nearly as useful or exciting. And we are going to have some things that could trigger this as well to get extra counters. We have 2 Tamiyo Safekeeping, and we're trying this out just as a little bit of a defensive measure, kind of just, I guess for lack of a better term, you know, acknowledging the mono black and mono blue decks, right? Mono black either wants to try to target and kill your stuff, mono blue wants to bounce your stuff. So having this can protect your things and kind of help you keep pace, keep tempo a little bit. You don't want a lot of them, again, but you got to make room for something. Then we have 4 Gala Greeters, and this can help with our mana because we do actually have some more expensive things we want to be able to play, but also being able to just grow a creature is pretty nice here. Now we have 4 Loam Speaker. I don't know how important Loam Speaker is going to be in this deck, but I don't mind it because late game it can allow you to attack with the 3/3, or it can just help you ramp up to your bigger things. And also, whenever you have stuff like Augur of Autumn going, you can possibly play another card off the top of your library. So we don't hate that either. So like a lot of things this has going for it. We are playing 3 Bouncers Beatdown. 3 might be too many, to be honest, when we're looking at this type of list where you don't want so many spells. This brings our total spells to 5, and that's all that's really going to be in the deck. I would not be opposed to this being an additional other creature of some type. You know, maybe just 2 Bouncers Beatdown. But we're going to keep all 5 of the spells in there for now. We're going to see how the games play, and we'll go from there. 3 Cemetery Prowler. This card, I like it. I like it. I have another mono green list that I have this in there as well, and I think it's a quality card. There are some matchups where it's going to be meh, but worst case scenario, it's a 3 mana 3/4 with Vigilance, which is cool. You can attack, you can block, and that's actually great. But it does have the upside of being able to remove stuff like underdogs from the graveyard potentially, and on the random every once in a while you are still running into the white based reanimators. You can remove stuff from the yard with that. So, you know, it has some upside and some other things that it's doing. We have some Jewel Thieves. Again, this is another one that has Vigilance, so it helps in the aggro fights. It also keeps, other thing too I want to point out is this keeps these creatures from getting eaten by a Wandering Emperor. So your opponent has to work a lot harder to get rid of some of your threats, which is pretty nice. But Jewel Thief does produce a treasure that helps us out as well. And again, when we're trying to play more things off the library, maybe just ramp up to our bigger bodies, this is a pretty sweet card. Defiler of Vigor. Yeah, this card's a boss. Like, there's not much else to say about this. Like in mono green, this is the card you definitely want. If we can ramp into it, all the better. It's a 6/6 trampler for 5 by itself. But if you do cast anything else on top of it, all of a sudden your team is nigh unbeatable, if you will, because once you start putting more than 2 counters on things, it gets really hard for your opponents to keep up. Then we have 4 Ancient Silverbacks, and here's the big reason, right? We're playing Silverback alongside Augur of Autumn, and this is kind of like a 2-card combo of sorts, because you can play stuff off the top and then use your Silverback Elder if you have a land on top and say you've already played your land for the turn, to effectively search out a land, shuffle up, and see if you can get something else on top you can play. So with these cards, you can kind of just keep this big cycle of stuff going, and then it gets even more absurd if you already have a Defiler of Vigor, because now every creature is also going to be pumping your team. And then you can actually get life back from the Silverback So you're not even worried about paying that extra 2 life to something like a Defiler of Vigor. So it's a very interesting, like, quirky set of combos that you don't normally get in a mono green list. Lands are pretty simple. We're playing 2 Beseju, 19 Forest, and 4 Crystal Grotto because we can scry with it. I don't think it'll cause too many problems unless maybe we're in a weird situation where we have exactly 5 land and 2 of the Grotto show up and we can't cast Silverback for some reason. But otherwise, this should be mostly fine to have it in the list. Now, the only card that's really missing from this list that I would consider is probably the Beast Caller. But I'm going to play this list as it is for now. And then we'll move forward and see if we would like to make those changes and find Beast Callers somewhere. But this is mostly similar in some capacity to like 3 or 4 lists I saw out there. So we're going to start here as a base and go from there. So y'all enjoy the games, and I'll catch up with you on the other side. All right, we'll keep it. All right, no idea how this is going to go, but black-white with just 2 creatures in hand makes me want to slow roll a little bit and see if we can do something with the safekeeping. Unfortunately, you already know something exists like Liliana, so that makes it already less exciting. So let's go ahead and just roll this out. Hopefully find something else that costs 2 mana next turn and can protect it. I mean, I guess we could just play Jewel Thief and it protects it with the treasure, so that's probably fine. Probably our next best thing here. Alright, we ended up not having the problematic card, so that's good. That buys us a little bit of time. Go ahead and play this. And we will just pass. So now we have Safekeeping and Bouncer's Beatdown, which is kind of nice here, giving us some choices. Also good that we've already cleared these from our hand, so there's a chance Aggro more likely hits. Gonna Meat Hook for 0 here. That's pretty peculiar. I guess maybe I should have killed the Tenacious Underdog beforehand, but maybe they'll just try to fight in some way here. They're stuck on 2 mana, so yeah. Cost 2 less, and yeah, alright. And then we'll just block. I mean, we kind of just stonewall the whole combat. Yep. Okay, well. That duder's nifty. We get that next turn, I guess. Sure, we might as well just do this. And then we just have more to attack with next turn. Alright. Yeah, I don't know what the opponent can even do from here. Yeah, that's not going to cut it. Especially with us having a safekeeping to protect our dudes now. Yeah, we ain't worried about no underdog. That is a perfect card to have there. We're going to go ahead and play this one. We'll pay the iron price. Pump our folks. And we're going to get in there. Yeah, this is pretty good. Defiler plus Aggro did some work already. Yep, opponent's going to take 7. I mean, they could play land and whatever that other thing is, just destroys the board. Oh, actually, no, because even then it just destroys, so we can just protect the Defiler, I guess. Yeah, I assume there's no real option for them here. Well, we'll try. I mean, not that it matters too much here. The rest is going to be lethal anyway. But, you know, if they're going to do it, we're going to do it. There you go. We actually got Packlet. Yeah, we're going to keep this. We're going to keep this for sure. See what kind of shenanigans we could get up to here. I'd still like to draw land. Don't get me wrong. Like, it would be great if we can make that happen. But in the meantime, what if we go ahead and just play a Loam Speaker? Now, I will say, it's probably still better to just play Greeters there, because if something happens to our Loam Speaker, we're going to be real sad, because we didn't draw another land. Whereas if we had Greeters, we could still play Loam Speaker and possibly get out of trouble a little bit. But this doesn't suck. Now this is a little interesting because I'm tempted to attack, let them discard something, hopefully a creature, and then maybe remove the creature with the Cemetery Prowler. Although that does sound a little bit greedy, I'm not going to lie, but I don't hate that as an option. So let's try that. Because we're kind of doing nothing else with this pack leader for a few turns anyway. If we attack and it doesn't die here, I mean, even if they just kill our pack leader, we can move our own pack leader, to be honest. So, whatever. And then it makes it where we can play Silverback Elder next turn. Alright. Shame I don't have a Tameo Safekeeping in hand or anything, but, yeah, you know, it is what it is. And now this is cheaper, so we can go ahead and play this. And this ends up being a pretty solid turn overall. So now even if something does happen to our Prowler, we can draw a land and maybe still have a good turn. If not, we'll just play Augur of Autumn and see what the hell happens. Brutal Cathar. Sure, you get a Cemetery Prowler. Sounds great. I mean, better that than our Elder, I suppose. Can we do that? No, we can only do one of these. We're going to do this and see if... Alright, let's see if there's a land on top. Here's hoping for the best. Here's hoping for the best. It is not a land. It's a creature. Dang it. Alright, pass the turn. I'm trying to think. If there's a land on top, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're still only going to have 1 extra mana. So yeah, that wouldn't be enough to be too enticing, I don't think. Yep, sure. Get to attack. We will not block. You can exert your thing and do 6. We're okay with that. Though, once we play this, it does unlock Augur if there's something else we want to play. So that's kind of interesting. So if we do this, make a treasure, do that. I'm thinking because we have this on top, then we get some combinations where we could just gain a bunch of life with Silverback Elders, maybe. I'm just trying to think of all the different ways, different combinations of things next turn, but I think this is right. And if I'm concerned about life totals, I can just gain life here as well when we cast the Jewel Thief. Gain the life from that one. Get the treasure from that one. Alright. So... knowing what's on top of our library, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then that would leave 2 mana, so we still wouldn't be able to play that just yet. I'm willing to do this and offer a trade. I doubt they'll do it, but, you know, I'm game. Alright. So we're at 14. Maybe there'll be a cheaper thing on top of the library. That would be pretty slick. This is going to get annoying. Alright, we go down to 8. Because it's not worth blocking here if we can just gain all the life and trade or whatever, so... kind of got to take it for what it is. And who knows? Maybe it's possible there's a world where there's a Defiler on top of the library, and then everything changes. I doubt it, but yeah, one can dream. Alright, so we got a land. That actually does make things a little bit better here. So let's play the land. Ooh! That's nice to draw next turn. Now it's just, does this Elder live more than a turn? I don't know this answer, but let's find out. Elder, we're going to get... I don't even know if we want treasure or not. We're going to get 2 triggers off of this. I'm just trying to decide. Let's go treasure. Because if they have another adversary or Cathar, they're probably just going to get rid of Silverback anyway. And we know what our top card is. Let's gain 4 life. So this gives us some flexibility here. Then we'll gain life, and we'll gain life. So we're actually at more than we started at on the previous turn, which is kind of nice. All right, another Guardian. That's some good news for us, actually. That could have been a lot worse, so that's totally fine. And we can chump block with Augur and Jewel Thief if we want to on this turn, and that's more than acceptable. If we want to take out an Arlen, or Adeline, I mean, as an example. And then just take the 6 from the Guardian. Ooh, they left those on top. So I'm assuming at least one was a Cathar, right? That would make the most sense. So what if we do this and do this? Does this check out? It probably does. And considering we get to kill something next turn with this is kind of nice. All right. Ugh, come on. That helps. We will, I guess, gain 4 again? I mean, we could put a land into play. We'll gain 4. We're still playing a weird situation here. Also possible that maybe I was just supposed to use Bouncer's Beatdown. Maybe. Yeah, let's +1 and +1. We're gonna start growing our team now. I think that's where we are at this point. Still get to play this. That's gonna gain us 4 more. And then we still have treasure up to be able to Bouncers beat down something, which is nice. Let's gain life, gain life. And let's go to the next steps. Here's an interesting thing, right? Like, what if we attack? What are the odds we could get the opponent to block? I mean, they probably just double block with these. And I mean, if they block with everything, they could kill the Elder. But Elder can Stonewall and Guardian, but all right, no attacks. We're probably just better off sitting here, because even if they have a Brutal Cathar, like, we can just use the beatdown and get our creature back, so that's fine. And then hopefully we can start attacking next turn, is the goal. But because of the Guardian, they do get to scry 2 every turn. Yeah, I knew something like that was coming. So let's go ahead and... Do you just want to kill off Intrepid Adversary while we have a chance? Because getting this back is nice, but I don't think it's the best thing. All right. All right. It's another one. Sure. All right. Well, now their hand's low enough. Oh, but we had just lands on top. Son of a gun. All right. Well, if that's what we got to work with what we got. Unfortunately, that's going to flip the Brutal Cathar, and there's not a damn thing we can do about it. Probably should have just killed the dang thing. Attack. Attack? I mean, why not? I mean, like, they block, it costs them a card, or we get a dude back, so whatever. I mean, it's basically a sacrificial land at this point. Yeah, that's fine. Sure. Okay. Now, the downside is they could play two things and then just remove our Augur of Autumn, which would suck for us, but... Alright, well, we know what we got to deal with next turn. We know what's real. Let's play this. Ooh, there's another Silverback. That's awesome. +1. Downside does mean that they're going to get to flip Cathar, so we do have to be a little bit careful here on if it's worth it or not for us to do such a thing. All right, let's assume they do draw something they can cast. What do they even want to cast here? Like Adeline? That's annoying, but not the end of the world. If we do this, we'll probably not any benefit until these are 4/4s to be able to attack next turn anyway. So I'd say we play a land, and then we just pass, I think. Not quite worth getting rid of the, letting the Elder go away until we have another. Oh, boy. That sucks. All right, well, that's a thing. We'll take 4. That's fine. Let's see what else is on top first. Okay, just another land. That's unfortunate, but is what it is. All right, we will pass. All right, Adeline, sure. And now they get to flip their dude. Oh, they drew a 1-mana thing there. Ah, that's brutal. That's brutal. All right, well, it is what it is. We tried. All right, well, the good news is if we get another fight spell, we just kill the Cathar, and then we remove something from their yard, and we get a bunch of stuff back. So that's a thing, I guess. Hey, look, there we go. That's something to help. Do we start gaining life here? Probably not yet. Remove that, so we limit the things they can play. And we just pass. As long as they're only attacking for 4, we can keep gaining 4. So that's... The problem here is, though, like... We block Adeline, they get to replay Adeline, blah, blah, blah. Like, it's that whole thing. So it's not like there's a really good option there. Okay. So whatever we block with, they just dies and they get to replay it, is basically what's going to happen here. Curiously, they didn't attack with Adeline, which would have been the better thing, I think, to have die here. But yeah, it is what it is. All right. Okay. Let's go with this thing. +1. +1. Play Big Elder. There we go. That's what we're looking for. That's some juice. All right. We don't want to scry that away because we know what's on top and we kind of want that. And we can survive the turn unless maybe they draw, like, I don't know. I'm trying to think what they could draw here. But actually, you know what? If they happen to have, like, Elspeth, that would suck. So we're just going to pass here. All right. Adversary's annoying, but that's not the world ending. We have enough blockers to survive for the most part. Yep. I'm gonna get in with multiples. Sounds good. You don't disagree with any of those things. All right. And they all do some big thing. Now the question is, what do we even kill with this when we get it? Aggro bottom has to survive here. They're leaving one on top, one on bottom. So they like whatever's up there. It's basically what we've learned here. We gain enough life that we don't want to give up these. And we really need there to be a creature on top, but we do get to scry one thing. So we do have that going for us. So we can block here. We are taking 5 up top. So we're at 9 effective. So we need to block. Can we afford to go to 1? I mean, because we're going to gain a lot of life. And we could just get back the other Elder, depending on what's on top. And these get bigger. Wow, going to 1 feels very risky, but probably correct. Man, they're going to have a lot of attackers, though. Alright. Let's block these. I mean, the problem is if we kill that, they're going to get one of these back anyway. That sucks. Alright. Just the world we're in. Ah, man. Alright. Oh, it's another Elder. Hold up. Hold up. Now we get to gain all kinds of life. Okay. Oh, that's also good. Alright, let's gain 4 life. We don't want to mess with the library right now. Gain. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, it still leaves 3 because we have the treasure, right? Yeah, this should be fine. This is fine. It's all fine. And then we'll +1 and +1. And then if we do this costs us 1. And then we still have the bouncers beat down. So yeah. We'll pay the iron price. We will gain 4. Gain 4. Get a treasure. Get a treasure. Alright, and now we'll just leave the rest of our mana alone, because this costs us 2, but we really need to be able to cast this. So now we're going to pass. Alright, now we're back in the driver's seat. Don't even care. Like, you'll just have some monstrous things here, and we'll just have to find a way to deal with it. Though, depending on how they attack, we might want to kill an adversary. Real talk. Nah, we're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. We're just gonna kill off Cathar and then gain a bunch of life. That's what we're gonna do. Because then there's no good thing for them to target if they want to kill something next turn. Like if they tap stuff here, they're dead. Yeah. Because now we can just attack past, I think. So, well, if we have more than 1 creature on top, obviously. All right. Resolve. How big you're making these monsters. Because it does matter. Alright. Those are going to be 11s and 10s. Alright, so we can kill something. And we could have responded to one of those as well if we really wanted to before it got the bonus. But if we kill the flyer... Yeah, we're at 23. That's 30. All right, cool. I think I'm just going to go with our first plan. I'm not going to overthink this. Like, they can have that back next turn. We don't care. We really don't. Gain the life. +1. Gain the life. +1. Get rid of that, I guess. Choose blockers. Probably this on one of those. We can throw away one of these now. We take block one of these. And then we take whatever that is. 17? Sure. Alright, we should be alright from here. Yeah, I'm just playing it just to get it off the library. That's sad that that's up there. We can't... Well, we can just search for a land here. Auto pay. I mean, we're going to get a bunch of life back anyway. Search for a land. We'll get that off the top. That'll also let us scry, so we'll get rid of that. That's excellent. +1. +1, since we know we're going to get life off of this anyway. Wow, this ended up being a mess, but golly, this was good. Gain 4. Gain 4. Yep. Woo. Oh, definite mulligan. And that was obvious. This one we're going to keep, but we're just going to put a Gala Greeters on... Yeah, we're going to put a Gala Greeters back in the library. Let's keep this. Let's do that. And see what we can get out of this. Go ahead and scribe first so we have some extra information here. A pack leader on top. Alright, that makes it a little better for us to want to go ahead and do this. And then we can Gala Greeters, make a treasure. Even if the Loam Speaker dies, and then we can just see what we want to do after that. Alright, gets to tap the thing. That's a card we don't see too often. Yeah, okay. But, I don't know where this is going. I'm sure this is a deck that's out there that I just don't know about for one reason or another. But, hey, it is what it is. Let's go ahead and get treasure. Mostly because if we draw any of our big stuff, we should be able to cast everything next turn. And possibly a little extra. If not, we're just going to go ahead. Oh, actually, you know what? I should have put a counter, because then I could have put a counter next turn and play creatures off the top. That was a little bit of a mistake. I mean, I guess technically I could play this and activate it to make a creature a land, but yeah. Probably doing too much work there. Alright, Kaito, it is.
I won't let Kamigawa fill my belly again. Our eyes are everywhere.
Okay, let's play this. We will... +1? Oh, that's nifty. Now I don't even know if I want to play a thing. Knowing what's on top. It's like, wait a minute, we could play this and then play this? Maybe we don't do that. Man, if they meat hook for 2, do we care? Probably not. Let's do this. And we could just make a treasure anyway. And we'll attack with both of these, because why not? You can block our pack leader. We're okay with that. Okay, they didn't want to. So I guess this means they're not going to meat hook in any capacity, because I assume if you were, you'd go ahead and chump block and save yourself the life there. Oh, this is like a ninja-ish deck of some variety? Okay, well, now we know. That's a thing we've discovered. Alright, I'm going to assume Augur's not going to be long for this world. Unfortunately. Another disruptor, sure. Sounds about right. Okay, no bonus there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 would leave us 1, 2, 3. All right, we could do that. We can work with this. And we're just going to juice these up because now we're in attack mode. We'll play that land, not even caring what's on top, even though we get this cheaper. I understand. We're going to definitely pay the iron price. Sure, we'll gain some life because we're up against an aggro deck and just make the world a simpler place, and they concede. Yes, we will keep it. Alright. So this is one where we're going to go with Gala Greeters here on 2. Well, I say that. We're going to Scribe first. So, Pack Leader. We probably need to just be looking for lands, I think. So let's just go with this. Alright, no cut down, so that's a bonus. Though they have a Taxidermist. They're trying to make mana of their own. Of course, we drew this to make our decision bad, but hey, we didn't know that at the time. No attacks. Old Rudstein. Oh boy. Is this some Reanimator shenanigans? Because it feels like it might be. Oh, gosh. Alright, well. Get to do this. We see that there's a giant dude on top, so let's just get treasure, I guess. I mean, even if we can cast that next turn, we get this for free. Alright, sure. No attacks. This is gonna hurt. Fortunately, we've at least been able to produce mana. But we need to get a freebie this turn. We almost need them to just cast some big creature and leave us alone, but I don't think they're going to. Yeah, Eaten Alive. That makes sense. I mean, I guess because, well, they didn't have that in the yard at the time. Alright. This is going to be a bit rough, but actually, hold on. If we do this, we reduce the cost of the next thing. So we could play, like, replay an Augur. Man, we're just tight on mana here. I'm just going big. If they've got the removal cards, they got them. I got, you know, what are we going to do? Get treasure. Play this with the iron price. Pump the team. +1 this guy. And then just pass. I mean, that's all we can do. I mean, I assume our Defiler of Vigor is going to die, but that's okay. It did more than its fair share, honestly. And having a backup Defiler is actually alright. Especially since we have Cemetery Prowler here. They haven't hit anything big to reanimate, which is what I'm assuming their plan is, with ramp creatures, Old Rudstein. But who knows? Maybe that's not the case at all. Alright. Oh, okay, they still have access to 4 mana, because that's... Oh no, that's a treasure. Oh, it is a treasure. Alright. Okay, well, we're going to get in there and remove that Shieldred. Because that seems important. We're going to make a treasure. Ah, dang it. Good move. Good move. That's going to allow them to put something into their hand. Good move. Good move. Can't even be mad about it. Yeah, I guess we just get Old Rudstein out of there then. Well played, opponent. Well played. We already got treasure off of this. So I think we just have to pass. We know what their turn is basically here, so we're gonna hope that the Filer resolves. Or at least survives. And then we'll figure out what to do from there. We're at 18, so we do have a little bit of room, and that makes Shieldred not as scary, but still a little bit of a problem. But we've been doing a lot on just 2 mana here. Ah, that sucks. Yep. I mean, we did what we could. Alright, that's still not the end of the world, I suppose. As much as I really want to play this Augur. There's got to be land on top at some point, though, right? Apparently not. Apparently not. Alright. GG's. Like, we don't need to play through this. My goodness. That sucked. Alright, we're going to keep this. I mean, don't really have a good reason to throw this back. I think like most hands, if you have the choice on Greeters or Loam Speaker, you're probably better just leading with Gala Greeters, I think. Alright. Let's scry. 1, 2, 3, 4. This would be 5. Yep, okay, that can stay. Alright. Let's see what they want to do to us here. I was kind of thinking we'd already have things we'd be running creatures into, and maybe I'd steal something with the Prowler, which would be sweet, but that didn't happen. So I think the new plan might just be play Gala Greeters. Ooh. If we Gala Greeters into a treasure, and we play this, then can we 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? We wouldn't have enough. Dang it. If we do this, that's not enough either. Damn, I was trying to find a way that we could Elder plus one of these next turn, but there's no real way here. So we're just going to do this. Treasure. And attack. But we'll see. I mean, good news is, even when that becomes a creature, we can still kill it with an Elder, so it's mostly fine. It's not the end of the world. Definitely don't think we want to run that out yet. I'm just trying to think, if we do this, we could... Yeah, alright, we get to see what's on top first. Let's go ahead and treasure up. It is a land. We will play the other Greeters. And we'll +1 this time. And we'll attack. Because if they want to block and trade, we do not mind. I was going to say, if you're choosing, you definitely block the Greeters. And since they've already skipped the turn where they get to put something into play, that's great for... Or, not skipped, but they've already passed the chapter where they would have put something in. Catilda, sure. Oh, another Silverback. That's pretty good in this fight. So we're going to go... Actually, if I do this first... Nah, that doesn't change anything. I was just thinking, like, if I did this first, that's 3 mana, and that leaves us 5. We could do that. Oh, and then we could do this. Actually, I guess that does somewhat matter. This does make it to where we could play the other Silverback off the library, too, though. So let's go ahead and do that. We'll +1. We'll steal that. We'll play Silverback. Which pumps our other dude, which gets us a treasure, because we might need that later. And then we're going to play this, so we can kill the Architect. Destroy. Kill that. And then we don't mind now that you have just a little 1/1 Catilda. Probably shouldn't have attacked with the Augur of Autumn just to keep it out of harm's way. Yeah, I was just thinking that in hindsight, but yeah, whatever. Like, it's done the bulk of its dirty work already. Yeah, we're not too worried about that. Like, we're about to pile on the damage here. Yep, okay, opponent's just conceding. We're just gonna be rude and kill all the things. Yep, there you go. Alright, looks like we're keeping this. This is kind of interesting because if our Loam Speaker does die, we do get something back with the Cemetery Prowler, which maybe gets to do a little bit of something. Though, if this is... I don't know, I've not seen any mono blue that plays those, but maybe they do. We're gonna find out. Nope, it is definitely not that. Okay. And let's go ahead and... Ooh, we're going to scry that one away. We need to find some actual spells here along the way. And no Fading Hope. That's good to know as well. Oh, this is Esper Stuffs. Okay. Gonna cut down that bad boy. No, March. Getting rid of a recruit. Whoa. Whoa. Well, did not see that coming. Alright. Well, unfortunately, this doesn't do a whole lot here, though it does make this cheaper. In case we need it, I suppose. Yeah, I was gonna say, we're protected from Wandering Emperor, so that's bonus.
Powerful won't help. It's like your defenses aren't even there.
Alright, we will attack. Might as well. Why not? Now, you know, hold on. Being cute, during their upkeep, we could kill Kaito. I mean, or at least attempt to. And then that would not leave them the ability to kill our Elder? I'm kind of into it. And if it targets a black permanent, it actually only costs us 1. Alright, we'll end the turn for now. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to see what else they do for their turn first. Oh, they're just drawing first before they attack? What? Now I'm curious. Oh, what is this? I have not seen this deck or anything built like this. Being honest with you, I am totally confused right now. Alright, I guess we'll go ahead and try to kill this, because no point in you getting extra cards in life here. I mean, I don't like giving them land, but like, what else are we going to do? And except for using Besaju to try to play an Elder, nothing more is really going to come of that. Alright. Another Prowler doesn't really help us, does it? Actually, that's not true. They did discard a creature. Alright, let's attack first. Let's see what the opponent thinks about this. Yeah, let's just do this. Remove out of line. Though I probably should have waited, because if something happens to this, I'd probably rather remove it with this one, but whatever. Yeah, so they did have a march. Okay. Things being what they are, let's go ahead and just kill off the Planeswalker. Yeah, I should have waited on that. That was a mistake. I'm going to regret that. I should have taken the other land or something, or even just the Celestis. But I guess it doesn't matter greatly. Alright, let's just kill Kaito here. Just to make sure it's gone. Leave the opponent. They're down to 2 cards. We've got a handful of threats. So, sure. And end the turn. This says non-land? No, it says target creature. Oh, so we could have actually lost a land to it if we'd made a land. So that's good to know. Oh, that resolves. Ah. Didn't think that was gonna happen. Well, that's a thing. Sure. Why not? Alrighty then. Is there something to kill a silverback? Looks like no is the correct answer. Oh boy, what are we looking to do now? Because I feel like there's some Wandering Emperor shenanigans afoot. Alright, let's go for another. Okay, well, I guess we'll just go find a land. I didn't think that was gonna... Alright. I mean, that's a cast trigger, I guess, so they could have countered there. Sure, no attacks. That's got to be a Wander. It's either a Wandering Emperor or it's like Memory Deluge. But like, there's... Okay, Otawara. Okay, that I guess that's a legit option. Wasn't on my bingo card, but hey, it makes sense. Who am I to tell them they're wrong? All right, still down to 1 card. That's good for us. They don't have a good attack here. Also awesome. Don't hate that. How do we want to go about this? Because we kind of want them to lose the Warden. They still have 1 card. We don't know if they just drew that card or if that card was already in their hand. I'm assuming it was already in the hand and they probably just drew the Sanctuary Ward, but who knows? Man, this is tough. Because I want to be able to kill a Sanctuary Warden. Alright, let's see what the opponent does for us. Oh, they didn't bite. Darn. Okay. I guess we're going to let that get eaten then. Is what it is. Whoa, what happened? Oh, there wasn't one in the top 5. Okay, fair enough. We're going to go land. Land. We get to scry. That will happen when it happens, I guess. It doesn't really matter. We're going to shuffle that one away. We get a land. Sure. All right. All right. We knew a Wandering Emperor was likely there, so we're not worried about that too much. That's all fine and good. Rafine, annoying, but yeah, whatever. Sure. Yep. Sanctuary Warden's big. Only a 6. All right, we can live with that. Nice. All right. Whoa, whoa, Arena. Y'all gotta use this colorless mana. What you doing to me? All right, let's run this out there. We're gonna gain 4 here, just to put ourselves on the safe side. There we go. There we go. Let's gain 4 more. And let's play this. And... Might as well play this. Their hand's empty. Whatever. Yeah, I don't even know. Yeah, we got to pay the iron price on that or we can't cast it. So that's fine. Attacking here. Attacking here. Attacking here. Actually, do we just attack all at the Wandering? I don't know. If we attack them, that's a lot. That's 15. I mean, those fly over for 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're at 24. We know what's on top of the library. We can fight something next turn. Like, yeah, whatever. I mean, like, it is what it is. Let's go. I mean, that's a lot of damage. I was going to say, yeah, you got to find an answer this turn either way. I mean, maybe I was supposed to fight something instead of cast that last creature or something, but, like, this seems fine. Yeah, we're not worried about that. They're at 6. That's not going to be nearly enough damage. Yep. You get all them cards. And then they're going to go all the way back down to 1 card. So, nothing we're too upset about. Yep, you have a big ol' Adeline, I guess? Like, sure. Even if that trampled for some reason, I guess we're fine. I mean, they could wipe the board here? Nope, Memory Deluge probably isn't going to cut it. Yeah, even if they had a quality room, I mean, I guess another Wandering Emperor possibly does something. But we're going to play one of these. And I'll just pay to gain the life because we're getting that back anyway, so it doesn't hurt nothing. And then we'll play this one. Again, Arena, use some of this colorless mana. Come on now. Top of the library is a creature, so we're just going to play that. So yeah, even if they have a Wandering Emperor, with this being in our hand, we're going to be able to attack for way more than enough. Again, colorless mana, Arena. Yep. Alright, so that actually was a hell of a lot of fun. We had some really big, long games, which I think I screwed up in the middle, but we still won anyway. So the deck actually is pretty resilient, even lets you get through your own mistakes, which is super nice. So that could be a reason for people to want to play this, is that it actually is pretty good against the mono blue decks for sure. It has the life gain against mono red. It actually has some game against mono black, believe it or not. Though the one that I actually ran into, we drew very badly and didn't really make a good showing. But it does actually have reasonable game against everything, which is pretty good. And being able to have that Augur of Autumn to help you clear your deck and get better draws is pretty spectacular. So I like everything this deck's doing. And yeah, this is kind of a good direction for mono green. Now, one of the things I would say is we probably want to play one copy possibly of either Glorious Sunrise or maybe even the whatever the one, Unnatural Growth, right? Those could be the two other options I think that could help this deck out a little bit. I'd probably go with Glorious Sunrise, just because being able to get your hands on extra cards is probably going to be better, and you could still realize some value over a couple of turns after sweepers and stuff like that to really kind of pull you back into the game. But it's just something to think about. Maybe you cut like one silver back. I don't know. There's some things there we'd have to talk about. But overall, the deck was fun, super interesting, and some cards to consider. Now for today's card spotlight, we're going to talk about Questing Beast. Mostly because this card was just absurd when it was in its standard, and partly because it has a billion words on it. I think it for real has like 4 different abilities plus a pile of keywords, and it's only 4 mana. Now the fun part about this card is people thought, well, once it leaves standard, it's going to fall off the map and the value is going to go away, but it really didn't. These still go for somewhere between 9 and 10 bucks on a lot of websites. So if you're looking to get rid of them because you're not using them in some other format, these are actually still reasonable cards you can trade or get store credit toward whatever cool new thing you're looking to buy. Maybe it's those Infinity weird Spock lands. Now, if you like today's deck list and you want to play something else off the beaten path, check out this Reanimator deck we played. It actually was surprisingly good, and we were even able to beat mono black with it. But that's all I have for you for now. We'll see you next time.